lots of different applications here. I'm just going to highlight one specific one that we worked with a retrofit of this aircraft carrier here, where you can scan large-scale rooms that need to be retrofit for different types of machinery. And this is kind of like, this is one area that's more our wheelhouse, because there's lots of different applications for long-range scanning market, lots of different civil and architectural things that people want to do, and there's just so many applications for long-range scanners. But one of the ones that we've had success in with Design X is when you need to do retrofit, you need to bring different types of machinery in. So in this instance, you see that we did some scan alignment, we did some mesh construction, large scale modeling. We provided support for targeting and being able to align things together based on those. We used feature-based CAD modeling, which is really our strong suit here in this example. And then the downstream CAD flexibility, where you can send this stuff over to a whole host of different CAD applications. So you see in this instance, what we did is all these different colors are the different scans from the different devices and from the device, and then you piece those together, and then now you have this entire room. And then from there, we modeled the entire room. Now for this example, we're modeling the room in order to retrofit and place other things within it. So the benefit here with Design X is that you can model highly detailed specific areas with an advanced CAD modeler with Design X, but then you can also load in other objects, whether they're other scans or other CAD objects, in and move them around within that envelope and use that for clearances and making decisions about how you're going to lay out the retrofit. So with that, we'll go ahead and bounce back over to Design X here. So I'll go ahead and click on. So this is what it looks like when you've loaded up this entire set of scans. And again, you can align them together. And this is another application where you might want to come in here also and come over to View, Walkthrough mode. And I'm just going to zoom in here because this is kind of impressive here, where you can go in and you can zoom and walk around and look at the condition, the places in to start off with. So this can be like a before the project starts scan. And look at all the detail you can see, like the waviness of the floors, because these are steel. There's girders underneath, right? And steel floors here. And you can walk around. So it's literally just documenting the starting point. And then of course with Design X, we can remove all this stuff out of the scan if we want to, and remove all these different areas and clear it all out before we start modeling. So you can take all that hose reel or these different things here out of the scan and move them around and clip them out, because it's like Photoshop of scans here. And then you can use this scan as a model to then design around. Another thing that you can do that sometimes people don't understand is we do have this other thing called View Clip, which View Clip is, it's remembering the last one that I did the other day. So we'll go over here and we'll just expand it back up again. But this is just going to show everything within that bounding box, and I can set that bounding box a whole host of different ways. If I say below plane, you'll see here I can move this and I can rotate that around. So if I just wanted to knock off the roof and just drop this down, I can do so there. You see between two planes, I can set it to be between the two planes to take the floor away as well. or inside of the box is what we were talking about before. So you can just manipulate and move this box around to locate a different. So we'll just set this and accept it just so you can see what it looks like when we're done. So you can set your view clip, hit OK. So if I just want to work with this area right now and not visualize anything else and model things or bring things in, I can do so by just using this view clip. Now, the only little gotcha with this tool is you got to remember that the view clip is on. So if you forget, it will remember that this view clip is on when you save and open the file and different things like that. So it's important just to remember that it's on right now and you have to turn it off. If you are wondering why you can't see the rest of your model, that is a little thing. So those of you out there that have DX right now and are interested in using it, just know that that is a little feature of how it works, just so you understand it. Another thing along the lines of the measurements and just analysis here, you'll see that I have a bunch of dimensions listed. So you have the ability to create dimensions in here with this whole dimension palette down below. And those dimensions are actually built right on top of the CAD that we designed from it. So you can see here, if I go ahead and hide the mesh, you see this is the CAD that we've created from that. And with the CAD, you can come in, and you can do this on the mesh as well. I'm just saying that I made these dimensions on there. So you can click on these different areas and create dimensions here. So if I wanted to say I want to create a dimension from here to there, create that line dimension. Oh, just turn off of no align there, so I can actually create the dimension. So you can see here how you can walk around and pull dimensions from different things. And you can even use sketching to help you get some of those dimensions as well, all right? So as we talked about in the last example, if I cut a cross section through a profile, I can draw out sketch entities and then use the dimensioning tools within there to create dimensions as well. So if you want to see that real quick, I can turn on my mesh and we can come over and just click on this and say I want to create a mesh sketch. And you can limit your mesh sketch to whatever it is that you're interested in working with. So if I just say that we want to limit the sketch over there, come in, hide the mesh, and this is what we were talking about. So if I come in and I say I want to best fit a line here, a line there, and then you can say, here's an angle dimension. Actually, I just did a linear dimension there on accident. But if I come in and say here's an angle dimension between those two, and just like we did a second ago, I should have just left it, but there's a distance measurement. So you can use the sketching tools to help create those dimensions. So you see I just drew that directly over top of it. So those are some of the applications here. Another thing that you can do is you can load up other CAD models and things within this room. So in this instance here, I'm going to hide the overall room and just turn on this scan of a skid steer loader. And I can come over and turn off the view clip because it's cutting off the top there. But you see here, I have that skid steer loader as a scan that's loaded in kind of as just an object, right? And then I can come over to my polygons here and I can transform that object. I can say, hey, let's move this around. So if you're checking clearances to understand, will this fit over here or not? Here, let's just go back and do that one more time. And I accidentally rotated, so let's just do 0, put it back, and click on this guy. Just move it over. So you see how you can bring in not just CAD objects, but scans too, and use those to figure out, good luck getting out of there, but you can use this to figure out clearances and all the different layouts by doing planning here. Now this example right here is, we created this CAD body right there. So this is an example of how you can model the envelopes of just different CAD bodies within this area. So if I come over here and I say transform body, maybe this is an example of a machine. I could have loaded up an entire machine model, right? And I could say duplicate, so it'll make another one. So if this was a CNC machine or something that we needed to locate and see if there's room for all the hookups and everything like that, you can see here we can load up other CAD models and scans to do all kinds of planning. And you can understand, hey, this cannot get into that room, so we'd have to model or modify how we get in here and out of here, and use this all for planning. So this is an example of how you can use this long-range scanning and Design X within the defense world for all kinds of different planning and design aspects